Welcome once again, gentle folks. Thank you for joining me for another video. Thank you for your time. I hope you had a wonderful game week last week where you managed to win and you managed to multiply your earnings and add to that passive income. Alright, well, for this year game week in La Liga, we're going to start on Friday. As you see, we have some matches tomorrow and Thursday, but those are from the previous game week, and I would have already given you predictions for those games. Alright. But I thank you for joining me once again, and we're going to jump straight into it, and we're going to get to Atletico Bilbao versus Cadiz. And for Atletico Bilbao versus Cadiz, I'm expecting here this game. I'm expecting Atletico Bilbao to win, both teams not to score. In terms of a double chance, I go with either to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline, I'm saying Bilbao wins this one 2-0. Otherwise, they might win one because in Cadiz defensively they're usually a very difficult team to score against, so I don't expect a lot of goals in this game. Alright, so in terms of another double chance here, you could go with either to win and under 3.5 goals for the game. Alright, in terms of the handicap system, I'm gonna go ahead here and take Atletico Bilbao to win by a goal, but I'm going to, based on my predicted scoreline, take them to win by a goal. Let's go ahead and give it a recap for my predictions here for Atletico Bilbao versus Cadiz. And for Atletico Bilbao versus Cadiz, I'm expecting Atletico Bilbao to win here at $1.40. In terms of both teams scoring, I'm saying no. In terms of a double chance, I go with either team to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline here from the folks is 2-0 in favor of Atletico Bilbao, and that's $5.75 if that does happen. In terms of another double chance, you go with either team to win here and under 3.5 goals in total in this game. On the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and take Atletico Bilbao to win this one. Athletic Bilbao rather to win this one by a goal, and that's $2.30. Alright, so let's move right along into our next game, and our next game will be here on Saturday, Espanyol versus Osasuna. And for the Espanyol versus Osasuna, I'm expecting this one to be another keenly contested one, and I'm expecting Osasuna to come here and steal the victory from Espanyol. I'm expecting both teams not to score. In terms of double chance, I go with either to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline, Osasuna winning this one 1-0, I do believe. And so in terms of the handicap system, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take Osasuna here, folks, to win this one by a goal. Alright, but we're gonna have to take a draw based on my predicted scoreline. Alright, so those are my predictions for Espanyol versus Osasuna, and now let's do a recap. I'm expecting Osasuna to win here at $3, and I'm expecting both teams to score as well. In terms of a double chance, I go with either to win and both not to score at $2.15. My predicted score line here is 1-0 in favor of Osasuna, and that's $7 if that does happen. And in terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go here with a draw based on my predicted score line. Alright, so let's move on to our next game, and our next game will be Elche versus Villarreal. And for the Elche versus Villarreal, I'm expecting here Villarreal to get the better of Elche, and I'm expecting both teams to score as well. In terms of combination bet, you could go the combination double chance. You could go with either team to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline 2-1 in favor of Villarreal, I'm saying here. And in terms of another double chance bet, you could go with either team to win and under 3.5. In terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and take Villarreal to win by a goal. We're going to take a draw. For obvious reasons. Scoreline, yes. 2-1 scoreline, yeah. Alright, so recapping predictions for Elche versus Villarreal. I'm expecting Villarreal to win at $1.66. I'm expecting both teams to score as well. In terms of double chance, I go with either to win and both to score at $2.80. In terms of my correct scoreline prediction, I'm saying 2-1 in favor of Villarreal, and that's $8. And in terms of another chance bet, you could go with either team to win and under 3.5 goals in total for the game. And in terms of the handicap system, if you want to go that route, I'm going to take a draw here based on my predicted scoreline. Alright, and that's $3.60. Alright, so those are my predictions for Elche versus Villarreal, and now we're going to move on to Atletico Madrid versus Getafe. And for Atletico Madrid versus Getafe, we are expecting I'm expecting Atletico Madrid to win this one here. Atletico Madrid to win. Alright. Atletico Madrid to win. Both teams not to score. In terms of combination bet, you go with combination / double chance. Go with either team to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline, I'm saying Atletico win this one 2-0. In terms of the handicap system, go ahead and take Atletico to win this one by a goal. Alright, so recapping predictions here for Atletico Madrid versus Getafe. I'm expecting Atletico Madrid to win at $3.37. I'm expecting both teams not to score either. And in terms of double chance, I go with either to win and both not to score, and that's $1.65. In terms of predicted scoreline, I'm saying here 2-0 in favor of Atletico Madrid, and that's $5.25 if that does happen. In terms of the handicap system, I'm going ahead and I'm taking Atletico de Madrid to win this one by a goal. Alright, so let's move on to our next game, and our next game will be Real Betis versus Celta de Vigo. And for Real Betis versus Celta de Vigo, I'm expecting sorry about that, folks. I'm expecting Real Betis to win here. And in terms of both teams scoring, I'm going to say yes, we should have both teams scoring here. In terms of a double chance, I go with either to win and both to score. Predicted score line here for me, I'm saying 2-1 in favor of Real Betis. I'm going to go straight ahead to the handicap system, and that's going to take Real Betis to win by a goal, but we have to take a draw for obvious reasons, right? So in terms of another double chance, you could go with either team to win and under 4.5 in total. Alright, so recapping predictions for Real Betis versus Celta de Vigo, I'm expecting Real Betis to win here at $2.50. I'm expecting both teams to score as well. In terms of double chance, you go with either team to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline for me here is 2-1 in favor of Real Betis, and that's $9 if that does happen. In terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and take a draw here. And in terms of another double chance bet, you could go with either team to win and under 4.5 goals in total in this game, and that's $1.53. Right, so those are my predictions for the Real Betis versus Celta de Vigo. And now we're going to move on to our next game, which is Real Madrid versus Mallorca. And for Real Madrid versus Mallorca, Real Madrid, they have been having a tough time of late. I'm expecting Real Madrid to win here. Expecting both teams not to score. So in terms of a double chance, you go with either team to win and both not to score. I'm going to say Real Madrid to win this one 2-0. In terms of another double chance here, you could go with either team to win and under 4.5. And in terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and take Real Madrid to win this one by a goal. Alright, so recapping predictions here from Mallorca versus Real Madrid. I'm expecting Real Madrid to win at $1.72. Expecting both teams not to score. In terms of combination bet, you go with either team to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline 2-0 in favor of Real Madrid. Sorry. And in terms of another double chance bet, you could go with either team to win and under 4.5. And in terms of handicap system, I'm going ahead and taking Real Madrid to win this one by a goal. If you take that bet, it's $3 at the moment, right? To take that bet, Real Madrid winning by a goal on the handicap system, right? So those are my predictions for Mallorca versus Real Madrid, and now we're going to move on to Girona versus Verona. Valencia, rather. Verona plays in the Serie A. My humblest apologies for that, yeah? So let's go on now. And our next game here will be, as I said, Girona versus Valencia. And for Girona versus Valencia, now I'm expecting here this one to end in a draw. Girona versus Valencia, I'm expecting both teams to score as well. In terms of a double chance, no, we're not going to take that up, but we have here, let's see, we're going to have a 2-all draw. And in terms of the another combination bet, you could go with either team to have a draw and over 1.5. Yes, it's the same difference as drawing over 3.5. Yeah, you remember what it is. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah. And in terms of the handicap system, we're not gonna have a bet on that because I have a drawn game, right? The only other thing that you could really bet on here is the number of goals in this game. So therefore, if you want to bet the number of goals, you could go ahead and you take that prediction based on my predicted scoreline, right? So recapping predictions for Girona versus Valencia, I'm expecting a draw here at $3.20. Expecting both teams to score as well. In terms of the scoreline, I'm saying we should have a 12 scoreline, and that's $13 if that does happen in terms of the odds. And in terms of a double chance bet, I'll go with a draw and over 1.5 goals in total for this game, and that's $4.33 if that's the case. Alright, so let's move on to our next game, and our next game will be Real Sociedad versus Real Valladolid. And for Real Sociedad versus Real Valladolid, I'm expecting here both teams to come out and do well, but I'm going to give Real Sociedad the victory here because they're usually the better team at home over the years, and this season has been a little bit patchy here and there, but they do very well at home for the most part, and so I'm expecting that to continue here. So Real Sociedad to win here at home. I'm expecting both teams to score as well. And in terms of combination bet, you go with either to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline, I'm saying here Real Sociedad wins this one 3-1. And in terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and take Real Sociedad to win by a goal here, alright? Real Sociedad to win by a goal, getting $2.20 for that. In terms of the odds, so let's do a quick recap here, folks. Real Sociedad to win for me, and that's $1.37 if the two win straight up. In terms of both teams scoring, I'm saying yes, both teams should score, and that's $2.30 if that's the case. Alright, in terms of a double chance bet here, you could have either team to win and both scoring. That's $3.25 if that's the case. In terms of the correct scoreline prediction here, I'm going to 3-1 in favor of Real Sociedad, and that's $12 if that does happen. In terms of the handicap system, taking Real Sociedad to win by a goal here, folks, and that's $2.20 if that does happen too. Alright, so those are my predictions for Real Sociedad versus Real Valladolid, and remember to take into notes, folks. Alright, so we're going to jump straight into the next one, and the next one is going to be Barcelona versus Sevilla. And for Barcelona versus Sevilla, Barcelona being at home and Camp Nou, they haven't been very wonderful this season, but they're there in the top two, and so therefore I'm expecting them to handle business here at home against Sevilla. It won't be easy, but I'm expecting them to win here. I'm expecting both teams to score as well. In terms of a double chance, go with either to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline for me, I'm saying here Barcelona wins this one 2-1. And in terms of the handicap system, we're going to go with a draw, as you know, folks, right? Based on my predicted scoreline, right? So, recapping predictions for Barcelona versus Sevilla, I'm expecting Barcelona to win at $1.30. That's straight up, Barcelona winning straight up, that is. And in terms of both teams scoring, I'm saying yes, that should be the case. And in terms of a double chance, I go with either team to win and both to score, and that's $2.60. In terms of my correct scoreline prediction, I'm saying 2-1 in favor of Barcelona, and that's $8.50 if that happens, yeah. In terms of the handicap system, I'm going here with a draw, and that's $3.75. Alright, so gentle folks, those are my predictions for Barcelona versus Sevilla. And now we're going to move on to our next game here, which is Rayo Vallecano versus Almeria. And for Rayo Vallecano versus Almeria, which is our final game for this year game week, I am expecting Rayo Vallecano to put out all the stops to win here, but it's not going to be easy against Almeria. I'm expecting Almeria to challenge them. Alright, so Rayo Vallecano to win. I'm expecting both teams to score as well. And in terms of double chance, you go with either to win and both to score. In terms of the predicted scoreline now, folks, I'm saying here Rayo Vallecano should win this one 2-1, and that's $8.50 if that does happen. $8.50, yeah, thank you. And now we're gonna move on to the handicap system. And the handicap system, I'm going to take Rayo Vallecano win by a goal, and then we take a draw here. Alright, so recapping predictions here, folks. As I said, we could also take this double chance here, either team to win and under 4.5 goals in total. Recapping predictions for Rayo Vallecano versus Almeria. I'm expecting Rayo Vallecano to win at $1.70, and I'm expecting both teams to score as well at $1.90. In terms of double chance, go with either team to win and both to score. That's $2.90. In terms of the correct scoreline prediction, 2-1 in favor of Rayo Vallecano. It's $8.50 if that does happen. In terms of the handicap system, I'm taking a draw, and that's $3.60. And in terms of another double chance bet, go with either team to win and under 4.5 goals in total for the game, right? And that's $1.50 if that does happen. Alright, so gentle folks, this is all the cookie crumble for this here week of La Liga betting tips and predictions. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for your time once again. Remember to subscribe to the channel, share these videos. If you want to leave a comment, you can leave a comment. If you want to ask questions, you can ask questions as well. So you can just chime in, and I share my opinion with you as well, and we share opinion with each other. Yeah, so thank you very much for your time once again, and remember to practice to bet on a budget. And also, whenever you're betting, please don't place no more than 3 or 5 predictions per slip, depending on your bankroll. You can, if you have a big bankroll, you don't need to put a lot of predictions per slip. Yeah, if you have small bankroll, you might go up to 5 or 6 predictions per slip. But another thing, also spread your predictions across games. Alright, so it might work better for you that way. It works wonders for some folks that way. Some folks are just good at pinpointing a game and just betting on multiple things in that game and getting it all correct. If you're that kind of person, then you put 3 predictions per slip. Yeah. And if you are the kind of person who has a vast knowledge of the multiple leagues, then you can pick on a game to bet from the English League, picking a game to bet from La Liga, picking a game to bet from Serie A, because guess what? I give you predictions for all of those leagues in a way, so you can just pick your top 3, pick your top 5, your top 6. You see, I'm gonna bet on these games. For this week, I'm gonna put my money on these games, and that's it. Yeah, you bet on it, and you bet one way, you bet the other way. Yes, which the way works. But yeah, I mean, were they using the arbitrage system or whatever? Yeah. But anyway, folks, thank you very much for joining me, and as I say, happy betting, good luck, and I wish you all the best, and continue to stay strong and live long. All right, then, thank you.